It is very significant.
Well, something strange is reaching us from deep space. Every 2 hours, a pulse of radio waves ripples through the cosmos, baffling astronomers. Our next story explains how, after years of mystery, scientists have pinpointed the source, an object unlike anything seen before.
Significant. It is a way of producing radio waves that was being theorized but not exactly observed. So far, we have seen the mergers of neutron stars, even mergers of black holes recently, generating waves of gravitational waves, and that was a major discovery. But in this case, we are looking at apparently, according to the models that I am examining, it looks like we have two stars which are the cores of dead stars, if you like. It's a white dwarf and a red dwarf star. The white dwarf is a core of a dead star, and the red dwarf is just a small star, which happen to be in orbit around each other and generate a magnetic field which is very strong. The white dwarf has a very strong magnetic field, and they orbit in such an angle in the orbit that produces these radio waves that give the impression of, if you like, of intelligent signals, because these radio waves come very periodically and for 2 hours in duration, and they are very precise. So it's a very interesting discovery, and I think it's the first. I don't know. There are more prototypes, more samples of these pairs of stars, which is actually the two limits of what stellar evolution is. A very dense, very heavy star, which is the core of a dead star, which is the white dwarf, and then the red star, which is a normal star in a way, but very low mass. So it's a very low mass system that is generating these radio waves that was not seen before.
A cosmic heartbeat. A signal from the void. A rhythm that defies explanation. Every 2 hours, a pulse of radio waves echo across the vast expanse of the Milky Way. It is a persistent and perplexing enigma. For a decade, scientists have been baffled by these mysterious signals. Many wonder if it is an alien signal from an unknown world. Now, the veil of mystery is lifting.
The veil.
Revealing an unprecedented source. Armed with advanced telescopes and boundless curiosity, astronomers have traced these rhythmic pulses to a binary star system. A celestial dance of two stars locked in a close embrace, approximately 1,600 light years away. This system, comprised of a white dwarf and a red dwarf, generates radio waves as their magnetic fields collide during their rapid 125.5-minute orbit. This is not a typical fast radio burst. The intense fleeting blasts that originate from magnetars, this signal is slower, more deliberate, and a steady, repeating pulse.
Absolutely.
The discovery published in the Nature journal challenges existing theories about the origins of long-period radio bursts. Previously, these signals were attributed solely to neutron stars. This binary system, however, presents a new paradigm, suggesting that other celestial phenomena can produce similar emissions. The intricate dance of these two stars with interacting magnetic fields generates a unique radio signature, a cosmic fingerprint. Bureau Report, Beyond World is One.
Also tonight, a deep space mystery has the international scientific community scratching their heads after astrophysicists intercepted radio signals coming from across the universe. It's the big question now, could this be an actual alien encounter? Astronomer Dr. Rebecca Allen joins me now to explain. Rebecca, what exactly has been heard?
So these radio bursts are very intense little spouts of radiation that come from, like you said, very far away in our universe. And they're actually what we think, astronomers believe, to be related to very energetic events such as exploding stars, or perhaps a remnant of a dead star that might be very close to a black hole. And what's amazing is that these bursts, often when they're recorded, they don't repeat. And what's so incredible about this discovery is it's only the second one of these radio bursts which has been found to repeat. And this is really important because when they repeat, we get more information about them, and therefore astronomers can trace back and try to understand what would cause something like this that likely traveled through its own galaxy and through our own galaxy and then caused a little blip on our radio telescope.
I should explain too, that vision we're seeing on the screen is the telescope that detected this. So on what you were saying then, is it, and pardon my ignorance, but is it like we see in the films where it's a regular transmission, a pattern, or that sound, is it an echo of some kind?
Yes, and I'm sure that upon hearing the news that radio signals had been detected, I guess some people might have been prematurely excited about the prospect of those signals coming from some other life form out there. But what are the implications of this discovery? Could it lead to perhaps us detecting signals coming from potential forms of life instead of those two dead stars?
Well, yes, we have a lot of programs already, the SETI program, the Search of Extraterrestrial Intelligence, and radio telescopes, very powerful radio telescopes, looking at the sky all the time, scanning for signals. So, yes, those are very powerful projects, and they haven't detected anything. There is a dead silence, a radio silence from that respect. And I must remember the first time the pulsar was discovered in the 1960s, the pulsar, which is a rotating neutron star, in the end it turned out to be, it was thought to be signals from extraterrestrial intelligence. They call it the Little Green Man. Very famously, Jocelyn Bell Brunel got the signals. She was a student and she got the signals, and then she called them the Little Green Man. And then, but they discovered other pulsars in other places, and that excitement came down by its own weight because we have so many other natural explanations. And I think we are now in the case of another natural explanation, these very mysterious signals.
And on a slightly different topic.
So what does that energetic force out there indicate to you?
So while I think that it would be so cool, if we're detecting some SETI or some extraterrestrial communication.
Okay, here we go, my people. This is the last 24 hours. This is current time going back, March the 16th, 2025 on this Gregorian calendar. Current time going back right now, and it is 1:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Philly, March the 16th, 2025 on the Gregorian calendar. Those that are not familiar with my channel, I do forgive me, I don't have my pointer, but Earth is in the middle. The white side is the daytime side, the black is the nighttime side. This spaghetti strap, this little thin strap that you see, this white string that goes from the top North Pole to the South Pole, that is the shield, that is the Magneto's pulse, that is the dome that supposedly protects us from harmful solar radiation, gamma radiation, cosmic particles, dark matter, whatever you want to call it. So the sun would be over here somewhere, sending out energy to the planet. And this, again, this dome right here, that this strap right here, you see those colors, that is all energy that is coming from the sun. Goes 16 and goes 18, this right here. These are the two satellites. You see this orbital track with these dots on it. Those are the two satellites that orbit Earth. And these two satellites' main purpose is to detect solar radiation only. To detect solar radiation only. So not to mention the energy that is coming from the daytime side. Look at all that pressure on the daytime side, but then look at the energy on the nighttime side of the planet. Not to mention, I told you that square, you look at the points, you'll see them points pop up where Earth is in a square. We're in a box. That's what we're in. And they're playing ping pong with the star over there. Even if the star has been directly behind us, over top of us, behind us, or underneath of us, whichever one, that star's blue, red Kachina. I've showed you on my phone several times. I even showed you on Lasso how the sun is pulsating on there and the two objects on the left hand and the right hand side of it. And I'm catching these objects up in the sky on my phone and showing them to you. So again, here you go. And look at all the radiation. That's purple, my people. When you look at that, that's purple. The radiation levels have increased exponentially on this planet. 2025, The Walking Dead will say that there is something different about the sun and actually start to notice the difference between us and them regarding the sun. That's why they're going to pull off something real egregious, people. But you got to expect it already. Don't be fooled. Don't act. You can't be surprised about a killer doing some killer shit. That's all I'm gonna say. So here we go. This is Earth right here. Solar wind, solar velocity. These arrows represent the cosmic particles that are coming from the sun. So the sun would be over here. And if you look at this number right here, that number just reached up to 800. Let me see, 800. Let's see, 830, 900. 953. It looked like it was 953, if I'm not mistaken. It went all the way up to 953, if I'm not mistaken. And what you do is you go 953 kilometers per second, 932. That's what it was. 932 kilometers per second equals how many miles per hour? That's how fast these cosmic particles are coming to the planet, and they are charged particles. Ionized particles separate the electrons from around the atom, exposing the atom to UVA, UVB, and now UVC radiation, which is a detoxifier, a germ killer, a mutating wavelength. So these arrows represent the energy that is coming from the sun. You see that red bow shock right here? Again, that's the dome. That's the magneto's pulse, the same as this right here. That red that's bending back. And then Earth is in the middle. But the arrows should hit the dome, hit Earth, and they should travel out into the solar system. But if you look on the nighttime side of the planet, if you look on the nighttime, look, red and blue Kachina, you see red here, and then you see the blue on the other side. The left side, you see red, the other side, you see blue. So anyway, you see these arrows reversing back into the planet. So what's on the nighttime outside of the planet that is sending back these charged particles? Now, there is no cover on the backside. So people actually think that they're, especially the complex cell, they think that they're getting it easier at night, when at night your body is actually interacting more with ionized particles than they would be interacting with during the day. See, because you don't like the sun, but at nighttime you come out, you say, I'm good. No, you're changing rapidly. You're changing rapidly, and everybody on this planet will be able to, everybody on this planet, the deaf, dumb, and the blind, will be able to know that there is a complete total difference that's taking place with that sun, and there is a complete biological difference between life here on this planet. I myself, my people, was looking at the sun the other day, and it has gotten brighter and more intense. When we were growing up, you can be fooled all you want. The sun was yellow and golden. The sun was never white. Abundance and gratitude to you all. Also, I want to mention something. In that video I just played with Jason, he played the video that was current from 2024, 2025, and then he went back to 2019 when they got that radio burst. But now that same radio burst is more consistent, and it's over and over. It says peace, prosperity, and growth. Peace, prosperity, and growth. Peace, prosperity, and growth. Leave the dumb stuff alone. This is the message this is a universal message that's going out, and they can't stop it. So understand, they're saying radio burst. So when you hear radio, there is someone on the other end of that that's sending a message to you, just like a cell phone. It's no different. It's a radio burst. So who is sending these messages to Earth? Has to be someone else physical on the other end, because bones conduct energy. Though bones conduct sound, frequency. So therefore, the only way you're going to pick up that sound is you have to be a physical being. You can't be non-physical. So the only way you can send that message is you have to be a physical being. So who's sending these messages, Paul? So if you go over to the Schumann resonance, and the Schumann resonance monitors the frequency, aka Mother's heartbeat, Mother Earth. So if you go look at the Schumann resonance, right, as of 3/14/2025, they stopped giving information. This is all blacked out. Yeah, I told y'all, man, the sun is separating us. There's nothing that you can do about it. And black people, so-called black people, you don't even understand who you directly connected to. You have no idea who you truly are. Stop believing in someone outside of you. Stop thinking someone outside of you can do what you can't do. Everything outwardly is already inwardly. As above, so below. As without, so within. So stop worshiping abundance.